Hey guys, so in this video we'll be going through how to download SQL Workbench and SQL Server in both Windows and Mac. Let's just first try to download it in Windows. So as you can see, I have come to MySQL Community Downloads. There I'll select just the MySQL installer, and there I'll just go and select the version. So go for the 8.0.42, select the system, and then just select the file that you need to download. Here we have to download that 353.7 MB file. Here I'll just click on no thanks, just start my download. And as you can see, like it has started downloading. It's almost a 350 MB file. It might take some time for you to download. I'll just click on it. Uh, Once I click on that file, the configuration and installation will start. This whole process will take like almost 4-5 minutes. First, it will start downloading SQL, and as you can see, it's taking time. Let's just wait for 1 or 2 minutes in order to just see how long it does take. Okay, now it has started configuring everything. When I say everything, it means like installer and all the things that's there in that file. Okay, so as you can see that the installer has opened, we'll start with custom. And then here we'll select all the files that we need to install. Here for server, we'll select the 8.0.42 file, and for workbench we'll select the file again, as you can see. And as soon as I select it, I'll have to click on the green arrow in order to just transfer it to the second box. As you can see, the name is products to be installed. Here we are just selecting the products, and as we move ahead, just click on next. Here it's selecting the path. Basically, when we say path, you can take it as where will the computer system will look for these servers in order to execute the file. So here I have selected the path. Then I'll have to click on next for the installation. Here you can see that all the products are being installed. This step would take like almost 2-3 minutes for just installing making the progress to 100%. As you can see, it's slowly progressing. Once this progress is 100%, we'll have the execute, oh sorry, next button here. So yeah, as you can see, I'll click on next. Again, I'll click on next. Let all the things be on default settings. I'll click on next again. Here I'll have to enter a password, and please copy this password to somewhere safe, because you'll be using it in the future for entering the server and workbench again and again. So be very cautious here. Don't forget it. And then yeah, let everything be on default settings again. Click on next. Click on next. And once you click on execute, everything will be compiled and done. Okay. So yeah, it's taking some time. Okay. Let me just click on finish. Okay, as you can see, okay, now and again next, and then this. I'll have to click on finish again, and then as soon as I click on it, my workbench will start, and my server has started as because I have clicked on finish. Here I'll have to click on sorry, enter the password that I had used before. Okay. Now here I'll show you something how to import a CSV on this whole workbench. So here I'll have to create a schema first, and let me name it as try one. Here I'll click on apply, finish. Again, let me and once create the schema, here I'll have to come and right click and this table import data wizard. Here I can simply select the CSV that I want to import. I can click on next again. Okay, why? Yeah, why have I not selected it yet? Yeah, let me select it again. Click on open. Once I click on next, I'll have to do these settings. Create new table. Here I can name the table so that it's easy for me to write the queries moving ahead. I named it as tab 1. Here all these things you'll get to know later. I'll just click on next, next. So basically what it is doing, it's creating a table under that schema that we have created in previous step. So in the previous step, we just right clicked and created a schema. And under that schema, we created a table by the name tab1. Here, we had to use this kind of query. I'll just show you this. In the later, Dhananjay will of course show you how to write the query on a database and a table. Here I'll have to first select the schema, or let's say database, and then I'll select star from tab 1, which was the table. It worked. Now let's start how to download and install SQL Workbench on Mac. Again, I went to MySQL Community Downloads. Here I selected MySQL Community Server. and Workbench. Here we have to install it separately. Install the server and Workbench separately. Here I came, Mac OS operating system. I clicked on ARM because I have a M1 chip. If you have Intel, go for the another one. And for server, I'll again select the version that is compatible with Workbench version that we have downloaded. So we'll go for 8.0.42. Then yeah, system and everything is already sorted. We'll go for the, okay, let me just see. So we can just select the ARM 64-bit since we have a M1 chip, and then yeah, we can simply download the DMG archive. And again, as we have done in Windows, we'll just click on no thanks, just start my download. It will of course take some time because it's a 550 almost MB file. Okay, let's just wait. Okay, it has downloaded. Let me just check. Okay. So we'll have to drag the Workbench application into the application folder. You'll have to like force click and drag it into the application folder. And as soon as you drag it, your installation will start. So as I'll click on Open MySQL Workbench, it will install my Workbench. Let me just click on it. Yeah, as you can see, it has started verifying and doing everything. Yeah, it has worked. And let's just parallelly start installing server as well. Okay, as soon as I click on the downloaded server file, it uh, redirected me here. I'll click on open the image, and then as soon as I click on it, I'll have to allow it. And you must have seen this UI in the Windows part as well. So all these things you can simply click on installing and giving it password and everything. It will work fine. Uh, Let everything be on default setting. You don't need to modify anything here. Okay, you'll have to click that password where that you need to like use it later to connect the your Workbench to the MySQL server.